Hey ladies and gents, and welcome to our next video in our e-commerce series where I am building a website for selling hair, but you can use this e-commerce series for any type of products you want to sell. First of all, I just want to thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch this video, as well as for all of you who have watched my video series from start to end. And for those of you who have found this video in the YouTube search section or maybe in the recommended section, please can I ask you a favor and to click this link that's going to pop up right now and then watch the video series from day one and follow through. It will be much more easier to follow that way. And then I'll also leave a link to the playlist in the description so you can click on that link if you've missed the pop-up. In order to follow along with this video series, you are going to need a page builder called Divi, as well as some web hosting and a domain name. So if you need any of that, please check the links in the description. There's a link to the Divi page builder, as well as a link to a company who sells web hosting and domain names. And just to be upfront with you, if you do purchase through those links, I will receive a commission. And if you do so, thank you so much. It really does mean a lot to me, and it helps support my channel as well as myself. In today's video, we're going to start building out the home page. And for this video specifically, we are just going to be building out the hero section, which is a part of the website that fits above the fold. So now with the introductions out of the way, let's get started. Let's quickly have a look at what we're going to be building out today. So the first part is our hero section. It will have this background image with these two ladies. You can obviously put in any background image you want to use. And for those of you who want to use the images I'm using, there is a link in the description so you can download the images that I'm using. We'll then have this blue box with some text and a button. Then if we scroll down, we get this benefits section. So it just shows the benefits of using our product with customer reviews. And this customer reviews works on a slider so they can click through to the other reviews. Then let's scroll down. We then have this category section where they can go into each category to have a look at the products. If we scroll further down, we have this features section. So why should they buy your product? And then we have a on sale section, which shows all our products that are on sale. So it'll have this sale badge and it'll show the product images, the product title, sale price, and if you have any reviews, it'll show the reviews as well. We'll then also have this load more button so that more products can load so that you don't have such a long section over here. And then for the last section, we're just going to have our frequently asked questions section where we have these toggles that people can click on. So you'll have a question in there. When they click on it, that will be the answer over there. So that's what we are building today. So let's get into it and let's head over to our WordPress dashboard. So the first thing you'd obviously do is log into your dashboard and you'll get to the screen. And then what I'm going to do, I'm just going to hover over my website name here and just open it in a new tab. And then once a page is loaded, what we can do is just enable the visual builder by clicking this option up here. We then get these three options to build from scratch, choose a pre-made layout and clone an existing page. We are going to build from scratch, so let's choose this option, the first one. So the first thing it asks us to do is insert a row, and we only need a, let me just go right back to the top here. We only need a one column row, and our one column row will hold this blue block. So if we go back to our website, let's select the one column row. And for the module, we're going to insert a text module. So let's type in text. And then let's select the text module. And I'm just going to go to the front end of the website I've already built. And I'm just going to copy this texture. You will obviously put in your own texture. With the main heading, you want to give the main benefit. So just make sure your headline does give the main benefit over here. So let's go to the front end of the builder and I'm just going to paste my text in here. Right, then what I want to do is I want to highlight this entire text and I want to change it to a heading 1. And then let's hover over the text that we've got here and let's click on this edit button. and you'll see it selects the heading 1 for us. And the heading font I'm going to leave as default. The heading font weights I'm going to make bold. And then the heading font style, it's already uppercase because I've copied it from here, which was uppercase. But if yours isn't uppercase, you'll just select this option here to make it all uppercase. And then for heading text alignment, you'll notice mine is in the center, so I'm going to select center. Then the heading text color, mine is white over here, and the reason it's white is because it goes into this blue block. So I'm going to change mine to white, and it will disappear now. It is there. It's just because this background is white. And then the next part is the heading text size, and I'm going to change this for each view. So I'm going to click on this mobile icon. Alright, then for desktop, it's already 44 pixels because we set this right in the beginning of this video series, so that's fine. I'm just going to go to tablet, and for tablet I'm going to make it 36. And then I'm going to go to phone, and for phone I'm going to make it 28. We can then go back to the desktop view, and that's it for the text settings, so we can save that. Then what I think we must do, let us put this background in so we can see what's happening over here. So let's go back to the front end, and let's hover over our section settings, which is the blue box, and let's click on the settings, and let's add our background image. So let's click on background, and let us go to the image option, which is the third one from the left. And then let's click on the add background image. So I'm just going to drag in my images from my other screen here. You'll notice that I've dragged in 3 images. One is going to be for desktop, which is this one, and I've named it with a label desktop at the end. This one will be for the phone, and this one will be for the tablet. So let's select the desktop one. Guys, again, if you want these images that I'm using, check the description. There is a link to download these images. So I've selected the image, and let's click the button to upload an image. So there is our image over there. So let us, before I forget, let us upload our images for the tablet and the phone. So to do that, let's, under background here, click on this mobile icon, and then let's select the tablet view. And then let's just click in the image, or on the image I should say, and let us select our tablet. And over there it says tablet. Let's click upload an image. We can't see anything now, but we're going to change this now because this height is too narrow at the moment. And then let's go to the phone. Let's click on the image again, and let's select the phone image, and it's phone because I've labeled it phone. And then let's select upload an image. Then let's go back to the desktop view, and let's come into the design tab, and then let's select the sizing option. Under min height here, let's set this to 80 VH, which stands for 80 viewport height. And you'll see that the height now takes up the full screen. Now that we've done that, we are going to come back to this section settings because we're going to have to make some adjustments for this text to be put into the center. And then also we might have to adjust the height for tablet and phone views. But let's just save that for now. And let's now finish this block off. So let's go back to the builder. And then let's click on the row settings, which is this green box. And let's come to the background option and click on that. And I want to make the background of my row this blue color. So I'm going to select my blue color, and you'll see it now makes this blue background with a sort of a box. The next thing we want to do, let's come over to the design tab and let's click on the sizing option. And then let's come over here to max width. And I want to set a max width because if you see on the website I've already built, the box is much more narrower. It's not as wide as this box. And to do that, we want to set a max width of 600 pixels. But now the spacing is not that great between the text and the edges of the box here. So let's sort that out. And to do that, we're going to scroll down a bit here and we're going to click on the spacing section. And then for padding top and bottom, I'm going to click this chain link and I'm going to make it 60 pixels there. And then same for left and right, I'm going to click on the chain link and make it 60 pixels over there. And there, that makes our box similar to this box. So let's save that. And we still need to add this button. So I think let's do that next. And let me go back to the builder here. And let's add a new module by clicking this gray plus button. And let's search for button. And then let's select the button option. So you'll notice my button text says select your style. So I'm going to change the click here to select your style. Just like that. And then for the link here, you can put wherever you want your button to take your customer. And you can use dynamic content by clicking this icon here and selecting page link. And then if you scroll down here, there'll be a selection of all your pages. I'm just going to send them to my collections page. So I'll select that and click save. Then let's go to the design tab and let's click on alignment. And for button alignment, I want it in the center. And under text, we're not going to do anything, but let's click on the button section. And where it says use custom styles for button, let's select yes. So for button text size, I'm going to just hover over it and click our phone icon because I want to change the sizes on the different views. For desktop, I'm going to make the button 28 pixels. For tablet, I'm going to leave it at 28 pixels. And then for phone, you'll see now it moves the text to other lines here. So I'm going to make this 24 pixels. And it hasn't done anything yet, but we'll fix that up now. Let's go back to the desktop option. For button text color, I want white. And then for the background color, I want my dark green. And then I want to set a hover color as well. So I'm going to click on this cursor icon and then select hover over here and choose my, well, it's the same color as this green, just with an opacity of 90%. You'll see there, it's got RGBA code with a 0.9 at the end, which means it's the same color as this, but just with a 90% opacity. So I'm going to select that. Let's go back to the normal state. And let's scroll down. For button border width, I'm going to leave it as 4 pixels. And then for the button border color, if I go to the one I've already built, you'll see it's white. So let's change the button border color to white. Again, guys, sorry, these are my colors. You obviously use whatever colors you want to use. And then let's scroll down. The button border radius, I'm going to leave as 20 pixels. The button letter spacing, I'm going to make 1 pixel just to give a bit of gap between the letters. The button font, I'm going to leave as default. The button font weight, I'm going to make bold. And then the button font style, it's already uppercase, but I'm just going to select it again just to be safe. And then the show button icon, I don't want it to show an icon. So if I hover, you'll see there's like an arrow that appears there. I don't want that. So I'm going to select no. And just notice when I hover over this, the border changes to a pink color. So let's just go back to button border color here. Let's just go to hover. Let's click on hover. I'm just going to make this white as well, so that when I hover over it, the border color doesn't change. And my background also doesn't look like it's changing. I just want to make sure I've picked the right colors here. So it's my dark green, my hover is a light green. Maybe when I save it, it will change. Anyway, we'll check this all on the front end. So I'm just going to scroll down until we get to spacing here. So if you remember, the last thing we did was a show button icon. We selected no. And we're just going to come over to spacing here. And just for padding top and bottom, I'm going to click the chain icon. And I'm going to make it 0.5 em. So em at the end. Okay, so now we're going to use some code. So we're going to come to the advanced tab. And we're going to click on custom CSS. We're going to put some code in this main element here. And if you look in the description, you'll find a link to a code pen, which you can open in a new tab. And over here, we don't want to look at this first code because this we'll deal with now when we go back to the section. But the next line of code, which says homepage, hero section, button, custom CSS, this code over here. So where it says width 100% and text align center, let's copy those 2 lines of code. And then let's come back to our builder, and in main element, let's paste it in there. You'll see it now widens the button for us, and I think it looks better. So if we go to the front end, you'll see it's looking exactly like that now. So let's just click on these 3 dots. Actually, before we do that, let's just save this. And let's move our row with our text and our button into the middle. If you look on the one I've already built, the blue box sits in the middle of the section. So let's go back to our code pen, and now let's use this top text. So the first line says homepage, hero section, custom CSS, and it's specifically for desktop. You'll see desktop is in brackets. So let's first copy that line of code, which is display : flex. Let's go back to the builder, and let's click on the section settings, which is the blue box. Let's go to the advanced tab, and let's come to custom CSS. And in the main element, let's click in there and paste our code. And you'll see now our blue box has moved down. What I want to do now, I want to see how this looks on tablet and phone. So let's click the tablet option. It doesn't look that bad, but I think we're just wasting space here. So what I'm going to do, on this main element, when you hover over it, click on the mobile icon. It should already be on the tablet view, but we don't want it to display flex. So if we go back to the code pen, you'll see there's a comment that says tablet, and the code is display : block. So let's copy that code. Let's come back to the builder, and let us click in there and paste that code. And you'll see it moves it back to the top, so we don't have too much space there, because on tablet and mobile, we don't want it to look like that. And then let's have a look at the mobile. So that looks fine. We just need to fix this button up here, which we'll do shortly. So I think that looks all fine. So let's go back to the desktop view. Let's save this now. And let's go back into the row settings. Because what I want to do, I actually want to change the padding. If you remember, we set it to 60 pixels, but I want to change it on the phone view and the tablet view. So let's go to the design tab. Let's come over to spacing, and let's hover over padding, and let's click the mobile icon. Then let's go to tablet view. So I think on tablet it looks fine. So it will just be on phone. I want to change it because I want to try and give some more space over here. So for top and bottom, let's change that to 24 pixels. And then for left and right, let's change that to 8 pixels. And then we've got some better spacing. Our button though is still taking text to another line. So let's now fix that up, and let's stay on the phone view. Okay, well, it's just gone back to desktop view, but anyway, let's just save that. Let's come into the button. Let's go to the design tab, and let's come over to spacing, and hover over padding. Let's select the mobile icon. For tablet, I'm going to leave it as is because the text doesn't go to a new line. But on phone, where it goes to the new line, let's change this a bit. So I think we just need to change the left and right padding. Let's click the chain icon, and I'm also going to set this to 0.5 em. And there we go. So our text has now moved on to one line, which looks good. So we can save that. Then let's first put this on tablet, because you'll see the image is not showing on my background image. Let's go into the section settings. Let's come to background. And we're on tablet now. And let's click on the image. And here's the image over here. And I think we need to change this. So you can play around with the settings here if you see your background image is not fitting like you want it to. So for background image size, we've got it as cover. I'm going to leave it as cover. But the image position, I'm actually going to change this to bottom center. And that brings my image into view now at least. So that's fine. Then all we need to do, we need to go to the design tab, come to sizing, and over here under min height, I'm going to try 90 viewport height. That might be a bit too big. Let's go back to, I think we set it for 80 on desktop. What do we set it on desktop? 80 on desktop. And it can come a bit closer. So I'm going to go a bit down in viewport height. And guys, this is how you need to just play around until you get it right. So maybe 70. There we go. 70 looks good. So that's how it will look on tablet. And let's just have a look on phone. Then on phone, I think we just need to adjust the height there as well. Let's try 90 viewport height and see what happens. Okay, that's way too much. I'm going to just come down again and just bring it so that we can see what is the best fit. And I'm thinking maybe 50 viewport height looks good. So there we go. There we've done it. So that's what it will look like on desktop. That's what it will look like on tablet. And that is what it will look like on phone. So that is the hero section done. So we can save that. And then let's save our page. And I'm also just going to go back to desktop. And then what I'm going to do, I'm just going to come to my dashboard. I'm going to open my front end in a new page. And there you'll see is our hero section. So we can even inspect this. Let's go to inspect. Let's click on this toggle device toolbar. Let's have a look at a tablet. So that's what it will look like on tablet and then on a phone. So guys, you'll see, yeah, I think on the builder, when you go to phone view, I've got a width of 400 pixels. And if I look on a phone, yeah, on the inspect tool, the width is 375. So we might have to make a few adjustments. So I think what we need to do is first of all give more viewport height. So I'm going to go in there and this is what you might have to do to have it looking great on all screen sizes, because sometimes the builder doesn't give you the true state of what it looks like. So just do this, use your inspect tools to check what it looks like on tablets and phones. Tablet is fine, as you can see on it. This is a normal tablet, 768 pixels wide. That looks fine. But if I come to it's probably one of the smallest phones, 375 width with a 667 height. It's one of the smaller phones. Just check it like on a small phone, just what it looks like. And I can see I need to make some changes here. So the first thing we're going to do, let's change the image as I said. Sorry, I think I did mention that. So I just want to come in here. I want to come into design. And guys, what I didn't really want to get into the inspect element here, but this is probably a better way to do it, is to actually come in here and play around with the sizes here. If you don't want to deal with this part of it, just come in here, change it, come back to the front end, refresh it, and make changes. I'm going to quickly do it in here to save time. So I'm going to right click on this section, and you'll see where we've set the viewport height here of min height 50 viewport heights. Now I can change this to see what will work better, and I'm thinking maybe 75. So yeah, 75. So if I go to other phone sizes, let me have a look. Yeah, I think that's fine. That's fine. It's good to work on the smallest one so that you can see what it looks like on the smallest one. And then the others, it might be a bit of spacing there, but that's fine. I don't think that really is a huge problem. You'll just see, because the height is not too high here, we need to change the viewport height or the min height. So I'm going to change that to 70. Where did I change it? Yeah, to 70 view height. So let's go into the builder here. Let's come back to sizing, and on phone, I'm going to change this to 70. And then we can save that. I'm going to come back to the front end and refresh the screen. And you can see now over here it's on 70 viewport height. Okay. Then let's just check this text button here. We made it 24. You'll see their font size is 24. I'm going to maybe bring it down to 20 pixels so that it fits on one line on smaller devices. So I'm going to save that. I'm going to come into the button settings. I'm going to click on design, and I'm going to click on button section. I'm going to come down here. to button text size, and instead of 24, I'm just going to change it to 20 pixels. And I'm going to save that. And then I'll go to the front end and refresh the page. And there's the text now in one line. So you just need to do that to make sure it's really working on smaller screens. So we're done with the hero section. I'm going to go back to desktop and I'm going to close that. So guys, this video's gone on for a bit longer than I was hoping. So what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to stop here. I'll release another video where we build out the rest of these sections. I don't want them to get to like so long, like where it's over 30-40 minutes, because then I'm sure you guys will get bored. So I think let's just do the hero section in this video, and then in the next video, which I hopefully will release in a day or two, we'll build out as much as we can of the home page before the video gets too long. Yeah, we might have to do it in another 2 videos to build out the rest of the homepage. I'll see how it goes time-wise. So I think let's just finish today with the hero section. Thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed building the hero section with me and that you have learned some things along the way. If I haven't explained something well enough, or maybe you stuck somewhere, please leave a comment in the comments section. Or if you don't want to leave a comment, you can email me directly. You'll find my email address in the description below. And guys, I am here to help, so please feel free to either comment or send me an email. Just remember to drop a link of the website in the comment or the email so I can help you out. And then for those of you who want to work with me, if you need a website built, e-commerce, or just a normal standard website, please reach out to me. You'll find a link to my website in the description. You can click on that link and then you can just book a free call from my website. Otherwise, you can just send me an email and we can start discussing the project on the email. And then guys, if you've enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like. It does help my YouTube video get out to other people. And then for those of you who haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing as well and hitting that notification bell so that every time I release a video, you'll be notified. If you are interested in more website builds, or maybe you want to get more advanced with Divi, check out these other playlists which should be popping up around about now. And then that's it for today, guys. So stay well and be safe, and I will speak to you guys soon. Cheers.